Hello, my name is Indica Burnet. I'm a sports massage therapist and I am hosting this week's Fusion Health series on self-massage. Today we are going to be focusing on relieving the tension from our calf muscle. This is so important because we constantly are using our calf muscle, whether we're walking on an incline, walking on a decline, squatting, or girls, if we're wearing heels, our calves are always firing. So we really want to be able to stretch out this muscle so that it can have adequate blood flow through our entire leg, and also creating a little bit of space because we have three major muscles in our calf. Our gastrocnemius muscle, which we actually have two of. And when our calf is tight, these muscles can actually start fusing together, which can be really restrictive. So a lot of our massage today is going to be about creating a little bit of space so that we're treating both sides of our gastrocnemius muscle. For the purpose of this massage, I'm just going to be working on one leg, but I would advise you guys to follow this routine and then apply it to your right leg as well. So to start off with, I'm actually going to begin massaging my foot. And the reason that we're massaging the foot is because we want to promote blood flow, but also as we massage the calf, we're going to be stretching the plantar fascia, which is the fascia in our foot. So we want to make sure that it's malleable and ready to be stretched. So you can massage your foot however you feel comfortable. Some people like to roll it out on a tennis ball. I just like to palpate and squeeze the foot. I'm just really waking up the muscle. It doesn't have to be structured or routined. You can also grab your fist and just apply pressure from the heel to the toes, just stretching out the fascia. So spend as long as you would like here on your foot, and once you start feeling that blood flow, we're going to start working on our calf. So to begin with, we are going to warm up the muscle. So we're just going to create lots and lots of heat. So I want you to imagine that we're starting a fire, but our calf muscle is being warmed up. So we're gonna go up and down, getting into the Achilles as well, just warming that up, all the way up to our knee. And straight away, I'm feeling nice and warm. So that is ready for us to start massaging. So to start off with, I'm going to place my palms on the back of my calf, on my two gastrocnemius muscles, and I'm just going to squeeze. And we're starting from the knee, and we're squeezing all the way down to our heel, applying as much pressure as you feel comfortable with. And this will probably feel amazing because everybody's calf is tight. So I usually run through this 3 times, from knee to heel. Now what we're going to do is, holding our calf in the same position, we're actually going to imagine that we're creating space between those two gastrocnemius muscles. So we're going to put our palms together on the back of our calf, and as we squeeze, we're going to pull our palms away from one another so that we're actually stretching that fascia, we're stretching those muscles, and just imagine that we're creating space, we're separating those two muscles. Only apply as much pressure, obviously, as you feel comfortable with. We don't want to create pain at all. We just want to relieve tension. So we're going to run down to our Achilles, And we're going to do that 3 times. Incrementally moving down. And this is amazing for promoting a little bit of blood flow as well. So once we've done that 3 times, then we're going to start working on the attachment where our gastrocnemius muscle is sitting on our tibia bone. So to start off with, I'm going to feel for the bone, and then you'll feel where the muscle meets the bone. I'm going to grab my thumbs, and I'm just going to palpate down in that space. So we're not working on the actual belly of the gastrocnemius muscle. We're just working in between the bone and the gastrocnemius muscle, creating a bit of space. This is amazing for just stretching out our fascia as well. We're almost imagining that we're kind of pulling the muscle away from the bone by squeezing it. So I like to work in 3s, so we'll do that 3 times again. Now we're going to grip that whole gastrocnemius muscle, and we're going to imagine that we're pulling the muscle over the tibia bone. So it depends on the size of your calf. You can either be pinching like I am, or you can grab your knuckles, you can push it into the gastrocnemius muscle, and then push the muscle over, or imagine that you're pushing it over the bone, or compressing it up against the tibia. This part is definitely very intuitive, so you're doing whatever feels good for you and feels comfortable. For me, I like to pinch the muscle. And once we've done that 3 times, we're going to do the reverse. So we're going to pull it off the bone. So I like to put my thumbs on top, meeting sort of that tibia bone, and squeeze downward as if I'm just pulling that muscle. You can give it a little bit of a shake too. We just don't want it sitting really compressed on the bone. We want to promote our muscles to have a lot of elasticity and a lot of flexibility. And one way we can do that is through stretching the muscle. So once we've done that 3 times, then we're going to work in the direction of the gastrocnemius muscle. So we're going to grab our fist and bury it sort of just below the inside of our knee on the gastrocnemius muscle. And we're just going to pull all the way down to our calf. You can use your knuckles here. If you're super duper flexible, you can use your elbow, sitting your left heel on your right knee. Just be aware, using your elbow, you need to have quite a bit of control. So you might find it a little bit more comfortable just to use your knuckle. And we're going to do that 3 times. And then we're just going to go back to squeezing that muscle, promoting that blood flow. Now we can't forget that our shin also needs to be released. So the best way I find to release tension in the shin is just to find, you'll feel the bone, do the same as we did with the gastrocnemius. We're going to find the bone, and next to it, find the fleshy bit of muscle, and using our fingers, using our thumbs, whatever feels comfortable, we're just going to pinch and palpate all the way down from our knee to our ankle. And you should feel this releasing in your foot as well, in the fascia on the top of your foot. It's all totally connected. So I'll do that 3 times. There can be a lot of pressure points in your shin. So if you find a point of tension, don't feel afraid to apply a sustained pressure until you feel that tension release, and then continue just with your palpating. And to finish off, best way to wake up your muscles again is just to create a little bit of warmth. So we're going to go back to those frictions as many times as you want, just to promote blood flow from your foot all the way up your shin and your calf. And after that, your muscles should be really relaxed and able to move through their full range of motion. Please do not forget to do your right leg. We need to always be even. And thank you for listening. Tomorrow we're going to be working on massaging our low back and our QL, so stay tuned for that.